This is the most exciting act on the scene today, ladies and gentlemen. So please, put your hands together for Vanessa Collier!
Everybody's talking about the whiskey, complain about the women. I don't like either one. I like a good loving man, making lemonade, honey. Both of them melting away into the hot summer sun. I wanna live a life without complaining, living richer than a billionaire. All that hot air you're busting in with should be locked up in a Frigidaire. Well, you say you're evil when you're with me, oh, but you're jealous when we're apart. I'm always foot stomping, bamping up with you, 'cause you're always making things so gosh darn hard. I wanna live a life without complaining. Yes, I'm bound and determined this I know. I've got enough sense and now, sugar, I should have left you long ago, yeah. Come on, Chris. What you should have said. I got 2 tears to shed for you, honey, one for each nice thing you ever done. For as much as I've had to pay for your love, I'm gonna call that toll-free number, request a refund. I can't stand your constant crying, whining, weeping, wearing me down all the time, and pleading with me ain't gonna get you nowhere, 'cause I've gone deaf, a dumb and blind. it feels right, 'cause you're giving me the runaround. I've been spinning and spinning out of control, feeling like I was tossed and lost and found. Something's changed, the way things used to be, and it don't make no sense to me, no, no. Something just ain't right, and I need you to explain. The sun still rises in the eastern sky, 1 and 1 make 2. So please tell me, baby, why don't you love me like you used to? I've been running to catch you, trying to catch my breath, only to find myself back at the starting line. I can feel my feet trying to carry a different beat, but my heart keeps falling behind. Something's changed, the way things used to be, and it don't make no sense to me, no, no. Something just ain't right, and I need you to explain. The sun still rises in the eastern sky, 1 and 1 make 2. So please tell me, baby, why don't you love me like you used to? I'm giving up your troublesome mystery. No more excuses, I'll be gone before you miss me. 'Cause if there's one thing I've learned, it's never be concerned with the lies of a liar. And loving you is like throwing tears on a fire. 'Cause I only end up around when the sun still rises in the eastern sky. 1 and 1 make 2. But please, I don't wanna hear it, baby. I don't care. I don't love you. I don't love you like I used to. No, come on. I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. Hey, window pane, do you remember how sweet it used to be? And when we were together, everything was so grand, yes. But now that we've parted, it's just the one song that I just can't stand. I can't stand the rain against my window, bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain. No, 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 no. I can't stand the rain, 'cause he not here with me, no. Along with some pillow where his head used to lay. I know you got some sweet memories, but like a window, you ain't got nothing to say. Mr. Chris Vitarello on the guitar, y'all. Well, good evening, everybody. How you feeling? Yeah, pretty good, but it is Friday night. We should be celebrating more than that. How you feeling? Woo! All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. Well, as he said, my name is Vanessa Collier, and it is a pleasure to be here. Thank you. I need you at every show. I love it. I currently hail from Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania. Yeah. And I feel incredibly lucky because I started my career here in Pennsylvania. And I have felt the warmth and the support of a lot of Pennsylvanians at the start of my career. And I'm very thankful, y'all. And thank you for choosing to spend your Friday night with us. It's been a lovely evening so far, and we're just going to keep it rolling with a little bit of blues, a little bit of funk, a little bit of soul, a little bit of everything, y'all. Hello. And we're going to do one off my last record. I do have a new record coming out May 15th, so please keep an eye on that. I'm going to be doing some crowdfunding and pre-orders next week through my website, so please just stay tuned. But the last record I am super proud of, self-released off my own record label. Thank you. And it spent 9 weeks on the top Billboard Blues album charts, and I'm incredibly proud of that. Yeah. So the last record is called Honey Up, and the first track off this record is written about my very first big festival gig out of town. Now, Michael Cloran was mentioned, and he gave me one of my first looks ever in Pennsylvania, and basically due to him and Mikey Jr. and a couple other Pennsylvania people, that's how I got started, and I'm, again, tremendously thankful. Yeah, right? Give it up for him. I know Richard Briggs is in the audience, I believe, as well, and a lot of the Briggs family, and they are a huge reason why I am anything. I am well known, so thank you guys so much as well. And again, another festival that took a chance on me. But this happened to be out of town, and I was so happy. My first gig was a 16-hour drive to Florida for one gig and driving back. And this gig was half as far, Greenwood, South Carolina. But the concession for the 8 hours is that it was 103 degrees outside. Middle of July, playing in a vinyl tent, no airflow whatsoever. And, man, I'm a Texan. I'm used to the heat, but I'm from Dallas. There's no humidity on most days. So getting down there, 103-degree heat, 90% humidity, and I'm doing a 90-minute set just sweating through my clothes, y'all. And so I'm up there 2-3 songs in, and I go, man, I'm up there sweating like a pig, y'all. And this guy from the back, you got it, with a very thick South Carolina accent, he goes, yeah, but you're singing like an angel. I'm like, I'll take it, sir. Thank you. I don't know whether that's a compliment or not. But I do thank him because without him, I would not have this next song called Sweating Like a Pig, Singing Like an Angel. You don't know what to do. Well, cry out, Lord have mercy, and join in with the choir. The devil won't be happy that you stoned his fire or sweating like a pig and singing like an angel. I know y'all want to sing along. I said sweating like a pig, woo-wee, and singing like an angel. right, y'all. Just curious how many of y'all have seen us before? Woo! I love it. And any newbies in the house? Yeah! Little less enthusiastic, but I'll take it. It's all good. Oh, I'm with you there. Anyway, so we're going to do this one. It's one of my favorite artists did this song, Miss Bonnie Raitt. Right? And I love Bonnie Raitt because on a record, she's amazing. And every live performance, somehow she beats it. I don't know how. But the first time I heard this song, I thought she wrote it. And then I found out it was actually written by a man, Mr. Chris Smither. And so Bonnie took this song, flipped it on its head, told it from a female perspective. And it's a staple for every blues female artist starting out. So we're going to do My Way, Love Me Like a Man. Hope you enjoy it. The man that I've been seeing lately got their soul up on a shelf. They could never love me now, 'cause they can't even love themselves. I said, I need someone to love me. Baby, 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 I need someone who understands. Hey. So don't put yourself above me now, and just love me like a man. Come on, fellas. Well, I've never seen such losers. Don't think I haven't tried to find a man who could take me home instead of always for a ride. I need someone to love me. Baby, 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 I think that you can. Yes, can you now? So don't put yourself above me now, and just love me like a man. Come on, Chris, what you got? I just want a man to rock me one time. Like my backbones is the one I need. Yes, yes, I need. Oh, I need someone to love me. Yes, yes, I do. So don't you dare put yourself above me now and just love me like a man, like a man. Come on. need a man to hold me, not some fool to ask me why. I need someone to love me. Baby, 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 I think that you can. Can you now, baby? Come on. Just don't you dare put yourself above me now, and just love me like a man, like a man. Come on. Thank you very much, y'all. Keep it going for this fabulous band behind me, y'all. Oh, man, I am so grateful. And I'm going to introduce the band to you. You may have seen him already with Bruce Katz before tonight. He's a fantastic guitar player, one of my favorites. Mr. Chris Vitarello, y'all. Oh, shoot. Can I have one of those stools? And on the bass, I feel incredibly lucky, and I think he's still feeling pretty good because he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I was with him when I was near him, I guess. And I don't think he stopped smiling for a week. It was great. But he's a fantastic bass player, also a graduate of the Berklee College of Music. And just a funky, funky bass player, Mr. C.C. Ellis, y'all. And back there on the drums, he's been with me every time I've been at Briggs. He's an incredible musician all around. You give him any kind of percussion instrument and he can play it. And I actually had the pleasure going to high school with him, playing my very first gigs with this guy. He's amazing. So please make him welcome from Columbia, Maryland, Mr. Nick Stevens, y'all. So now I get to play my favorite song for you. So in college, I got to take a guitar class, having never taken a guitar class before. And I'm thankful for it now. I was not thankful for it then, because he didn't teach us the easy chords. He taught us the hardest ones. Anyway, I happen to be writing my second record, and my second record is called Meeting My Shadow, and it's a term from psychology that means getting rid of all the negativity in your life so you can make more room for the joy. I think that's the definition of the blues right there. So I happened to be going through this kind of difficult time. I was not sure what my next step in my career was going to be. Wasn't sure who the band was going to be, and I just kind of was like, I'm going to write my way out of it. So I sat by a river with this very guitar, and this song fell out. And it's about being like the river and just keep finding your way around the rocks and the branches or whatever gets in your way, and keep on heading downstream. It's called When It Don't Come Easy. All got it yet? Yeah. 1, 2. When it don't come easy, be the river running through. When it don't come easy, nobody's gonna save you. We're down the mountains, we're down the earth, to Tough as it may seem when it don't come easy. Oh, the river keeps running downstream. There's a hook-nosed man hiding in the craters of the moon. He's been aiming his spotlight at all my faults. I try to slip in between the slats of the light, but I'm having no luck at all. Ooh. So I'm busy wasting my time staring back at the past, front and behind. Now I'm dancing alone in the graphite night. Oh, the midnight haze, it whispers. I strain to listen, and I meet my shadow saying, when it don't come easy, be the river running through. When it don't come easy, nobody's gonna save you. Way down the mountains, way down the earth, tough as it may seem, when it don't come easy, oh, the river keeps running downstream. I've been sanding down my splintered heart, catching all the sediment of trial and error. It's come to settle like sawdust in my soul. Ooh, ooh. I followed the broken arrow that pointed down the darkened arrow. Now I'm dancing alone in the graphite night. Oh, the midnight haze, it whispers. I strain to listen, and I meet my shadow saying, when it don't come easy, be the river running through. Oh, it won't come easy, no, no. I am the rapids, roaring and free. I am the water, I'm torrent trees. So I can't be tamed, no. You can dam up the river, but the river just won't be All right, y'all. So remember how I said Nick Stevens is quite a talented percussionist, right? So he's going to play this thing called the shitar. It's fun to say. You can try it. Don't worry. Shitar. It's called a shitar. I promise I didn't make that up. It is stamped on the front of that thing. And they're basically made in Nashville. up until 2014. Anybody seen the Wood Brothers? Yes, so she has. I recommend them. They are one of my favorite live bands to see. It's a little bit of bluegrass, a little bit of country, a little bit of folk music, a little bit of blues in there too. And he plays this thing called a shitar, all right? Made in Nashville till 2014, but don't worry. If you like it so much you want to make your own, there are plans online. And you basically take a crappy guitar body, strap some percussion jangly things to it, and you call it a shitar. It's pretty simple. Sounds pretty dope. And, oh, battery. Ooh. Anybody got an extra 9-volt? No? I have one somewhere, but it's going to take me a minute. Tell you about my shoes. Is everybody else wondering this too? I get so many comments on these shoes, so I'll tell this story quickly. My grandmother basically bought me a very similar pair of shoes for my junior prom, and I loved those shoes. I wore them for like 6 hours that night. My feet did not hurt. So when I started playing shows, and I started out with Joe Louis Walker for about 1.5 years while I was still in college. It's my last year. And I was like going up on stage and trying all these different pair of heels, and none of them were comfortable, even for like a 90-minute set. So anyway, I was like, oh yeah, I remember those heels that I only got to wear for one night. So I started wearing them, and it's kind of just a way that I can keep my grandmother with me. And I've had them remade and resold, and I'm going to keep doing it as much as I can. They've now become my good luck charms. So. Yeah. It's the story behind the pink shoes. Give it up for the hero of the hour. Woo! Love it. By the way, give it up for the awesome sound crew tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, you guys are great. Thank
you. All right, so this one's off the new record, off the latest record, not the new record, but the latest record. This one's up, Honey Up. And it's my mom's favorite song. Chris told you I love my mom. I really do. But this one is her favorite, and it's basically me taking 2 of my favorite stories that I read in middle school and high school. The first one being To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, got some readers in the room. And I loved the character of Atticus Finch because he stood up for something because it was right, even though it was unpopular. And I think we need that. We need more people like that, right? So I think Atticus Finch should be celebrated. Yeah. And the second story that I love is the story of Icarus, the Greek myth. Now, I didn't know it was as dark as it is because I think I was given the Disney version as a young kid. But I love the thought of somebody being so daring to think that they can even fly close to the sun. So I wrote this song and kind of intertwined both of those stories, made my own. And I rewrote the story of Icarus as though he was a 3-year-old, red-headed, curly-headed kid, coloring in a coloring book and dreaming big dreams of flying towards the sun. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's called Icarus. Little Icarus with his crayons in his hand, coloring in the lines real neat. His cherry soda pop curls bouncing about, his head filling up with all kinds of dreams. He said, I want to be bolder than an eagle, yes. I want to be smarter than Atticus Finch. When I grow up, I wanna wrestle the sun, and I won't give up in just made some wings out of wax, feathers, and crazy glue. Started flopping like a ground bird in his front yard. All his neighbors pointed and laughed, thinking him a fool, telling him he's too avant-garde. He said, I want to be bolder than an eagle, yes. I want to be smarter than Atticus Finch. When I grow up, I want to wrestle the sun, and I won't give up an inch. So I said, fly, little Icarus, fly. Fly, little Icarus, fly. Keep dreaming big and send your wings on the sky. And fly, little Icarus, fly. When Icarus finally got off the ground, he flew a little too close to the sun. What's left of his hair melted with the wax on his wings. He started falling like a star burning out. He said, I might be bolder than an eagle, yes. Don't know if I'm smarter than Atticus Finch, but I sure as heck did wrestle that sun. I never did give up that inch. So I said, fly, little Icarus, fly. Fly, little Icarus, fly. Keep dreaming big and send your wings on the sky. And fly, little Icarus, fly. Thank you very much. How about it? Chris Fitarello, Nick Stevens on the shitar. All right. Now, one thing I love about shows like this is I get to talk a little bit more about the songwriting, so hope you don't mind. But this one is one that I wrote. I am originally a Texan. I was born a Texan, born in Dallas, Texas, as I said. And I grew up hearing a lot of Southern phrases. And one of them is y'all. You can tell that's one of my favorites. I use it a lot. Another one I love is all y'all, because it's redundant. I love fixing to go to the store, fixing to do something, right? And my favorite is bless your heart. Y'all chuckling because you know. When I first moved up to the north, not everybody knew that bless your heart can have two meanings. The first one of which is, bless your heart, you're so sweet, so kind, so wonderful. The second one is, bless your gosh darn heart. Do you even know what day it is? And so on the new record, for some reason, I wanted to write a song called Bless Your Heart, but I'm not telling you which one I'm talking about. 1, 2, Don't call me sweetheart, don't call me baby, don't call me anything but my name. You must be foolish, 'cause I ain't your woman, your daughter, or your friend. There's a saying in the South, and it sounds real sweet. Bless your heart, you poor thing. You think you're fine as a cherry pie, our sweet tea and sugar lips. But when you saunter over, that sly look on your face, well, I'm fixing to leave before I hear what you have to say. There's a saying in the South, and it sounds real sweet. Bless your heart, you poor thing. There's a saying in the South, and it sounds real sweet. Bless your heart, you poor thing. One more time. I know you don't know me. Just think I'm pretty as a peach, innocent and kind. But don't you underestimate me. You can't tell what's on my mind. No. There's a saying in the South, and it sounds real sweet. Bless your heart, you poor thing. There's a saying in the South, and it sounds real sweet. Bless your heart, oh honey, you poor thing. Can I just tell you how funny I found it that I was headlining Guitarmageddon? I was like, all right, cool. That's awesome. Because my whole thing is putting the horn front and center again. And I'm thankful to get to do it tonight. We're going to play one, though, but one of my favorite guitar players, Mr. T-Bone Walker. So I hope y'all get up and shuffle, because it's about that time of night, y'all. This one's called the T-Bone Shuffle. have a natural bound. If you can't let your hair down, we can't have no fun at all. Well, I said you can't take it with you. That's one thing's for sure. No, I said you can't take it with you. That's one thing's for sure. Well, but there ain't nothing in this whole wide world a T-bone shuffle sure can't cure. Come on, Chris. Thank y'all so much. Give it up for the band one more time, y'all. All right, we're going to do one more for you. Is that all right? All right. And make sure if you don't have any my records, or if you'd like a hat or a T-shirt or a sweatshirt since it's so freaking cold, please come over there. The first table right there is the one I will be at shortly. But first, we're going to do the song that I wrote for my mom, because my mom is one of the most powerful women that you'll ever meet. And you may not know it. They know. They've met her. She is quiet and kind, but underneath it all, she has the inner strength of I don't even know what. But she has made it through so much, and she's taught me so much. And I admire her tremendously. If I get to be a quarter of the person that she is, I will be happy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And there's a couple things, you know, growing up, I've got to watch my mom, and I've learned a lot of things, in particular about strong women. And I've learned that to be a strong woman means you get to be mostly sweet most of the time, but not all the time. Got to have a little bit of edge to you, too. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote this song for her to celebrate that little bit of something. It's called 2 parts sugar and 1 part lime.
1, 2.
When I rolled up to the juke joint, headed straight for the bar, I said, hey, bartender, I need something strong, somebody careless has gone inside, swiped my car. You won't believe the day I've had. He said, I got something so good it'll make the stars realign, but watch out, it's 2 parts sugar and 1 part lime. Drove my beat up Chevy down to my mama's house. She was swinging on the porch, sipping a bourbon stout. I said, Mama, I'm in a rut, can you make your sweet apple pie? She gave me a bear hug, looked me square in the eye. Just hanging there, honey, here's the bottom line. Life is 2 parts sugar, hey, and 1 part lime. Thank you very much. How about it for the band, y'all? No, you do your thing. Chris Verrastro on the guitar. CC Ellis on the bass. Nick Stevens on the drums. My name is Vanessa Collier, y'all. Thank you so much.
Everybody give it up one more time for the Vanessa Collier Band. Solomon Hicks Band from New York. The Gabe Stillman Band. And our fabulous MC, Mr. Chris Bad News Barnes. See you next year, Winter Blues Guitarmageddon. Always kind of the same time, same place. Drive safe. Thank you.